Hello friends, and welcome to a new episode here in FIWA Wrestling, where we will crown our very first world champion, and it will be decided in a match between Drew McIntyre and Nick Aldis. We will also see Jungle Boy Jack Perry go against Austin Theory in a television title qualifier match. But now, next, we will enjoy a match between Dolph Ziggler and The Miz here in FIWA Wrestling episode 3. Now on to the match between Ziggler and The Miz. The ref calls for the bell, and now the match is underway. Dolph Ziggler with the superiority right off the bat. Here with plenty of elbows from the show-off. Dolph Ziggler coming off from a loss to Darby Allin last week in a television title qualifier. He goes for the pin. The Miz goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Dolph Ziggler lost in a tight contest between against Darby Allin. Next week, Darby Allin will be in the television title match between the winner of Jungle Boy Jack Perry or Austin Theory. Now the Miz is outside of the ring. Now Dolph Ziggler goes on to chase him, but now the Miz throws him into the bar. The Miz relishes the pain that Dolph Ziggler went through, and now a foot to the face to Dolph Ziggler. Another one to Dolph Ziggler. Now Dolph Ziggler's on the ground. Now the Miz throws him onto the steel steps. The Miz has the advantage now. Dolph Ziggler suffering out here on the outside. If they just get into that ring, Dolph Ziggler will be muchly benefited, because Dolph Ziggler is a great pro wrestler. Not to take anything away from The Miz. The Miz is a great wrestler in his own right. But Dolph Ziggler showed us last week against Darby Allin, as well as in other matches, that he's a great wrestler. One of the greats. Now the Miz is inside the ring and Dolph Ziggler follows. Dolph Ziggler with the hip toss. And now Dolph Ziggler has the advantage, but the Miz answers with his punches. Dolph Ziggler with the counter. The Miz is thrown onto the outside here. And Dolph Ziggler stuns the Miz onto the outside. And Dolph Ziggler waits for him to get inside the ring. The Miz is inside the ring now, but Dolph Ziggler greets him with some punches. The Miz answers back, and now the Miz has Dolph Ziggler carried. Throws him to the corner and throws him like a rag doll. The Miz goes for the cover. 1. And it's just a 1 count for the Miz. Goes the Miz, more punches. And it's a DDT to the face of Dolph Ziggler. And it's a running knee. And the Miz has the complete advantage against Dolph Ziggler here, but Dolph Ziggler answers with his punches. Now Dolph Ziggler with the super kick. And the super kick, and he goes for the cover. 1, 2. And it's a kick up of the Miz. Dolph Ziggler almost had it won. He was the one to get the win over here. He's tuning up the band. Dolph Ziggler's tuning up the band. Going for the win here, Dolph Ziggler. And he goes for the super kick once again. Goes to the cover. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Dolph Ziggler is the winner here in this exhibition match. Dolph Ziggler has just defeated The Miz here in a great match that we had. It was a very hard-fought match. It went off to the outside in most of it, but it was great. It was a great match that we had for you guys, and it's a great way to start off our FIWA Wrestling episode 3 here. Obviously, The Miz, a great competitor, but Dolph Ziggler showed that although he lost that match last week against Darby Allin in the television title qualifier, that he is good enough to be a solid competitor here in FIWA Wrestling. And there's Dolph Ziggler celebrating in adulation. from his win that he got today in FIWA Wrestling. Now he's 1-1. And let's see what the future holds for Dolph Ziggler. And now we have a one-fall match, which is a television title qualifier match to decide who will go against Darby Allin next week, to decide who's the first ever television title champion here in FIWA Wrestling. Austin Theory will go against Jungle Boy here tonight in our second match here in FIWA Wrestling episode 3. Will it be Jungle Boy Jack Perry, or will it be Austin Theory, the Prodigy? Alright, the ref calls for the bell, now they're off. Austin Theory starting off with the punches, and now Jungle Boy here's some type of driver. Austin Theory goes off right away, but he doesn't go for the cover, he goes for the second rope. Now Austin Theory's into the second rope, goes for the splash, but Jungle Boy gets out of the way. Jungle Boy goes for the kick into the face, and now Jungle Boy has the advantage over Austin Theory. He goes for a neck breaker right there. But now Austin Theory goes for the kick to the face of Jungle Boy. Now Austin Theory just humiliates Jungle Boy here with a foot to the head, to the back of the head. Now he goes for the cover. 1, and Jungle Boy kicks out in 1. Yeah, that wasn't a great cover. He didn't hook the leg, but now Austin Theory back to working the head of Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Austin Theory loading to the crowd, but now Jungle Boy. Oh, there's a lot of counters here in this match. And Austin Theory suplex to Jack Perry. Now Austin Theory again and now to the arm, working on the arm here. Austin Theory taking his time to go to the crowd. Now it's a spin to the chest area of Jungle Boy. He goes for the cover again. 1, and it's a kick out at 1 again for Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Austin Theory has had most of this match so far. These are both of these competitors' first match here in FIWA Wrestling. Now Jungle Boy goes for a DDT. It's a very, very huge DDT here. But now Jungle Boy finding a way to get the advantage here. And he goes for the face buster here. Back to the back of a leg to the back of Austin Theory here. Now Jungle Boy with the submission, some sort of scorpion deadlock here. And now Austin Theory asking for his mother to come save him, but now he counters it. Austin Theory has countered the submission, and they lock up again. Austin Theory has Jungle Boy in his arms like a fireman carry. He throws him to the corner of the ring here. Austin Theory taking the advantage and just kicking the living stuff out of Jungle Boy. Austin Theory goes for the cover again, no hook, 1. And it's again a 1 count. Austin Theory needs to hook that leg if he wants to get anywhere near a second count here in the pins that he's done so far. That might be the difference here tonight of whether he wins or loses. And this is for the television title match qualification here. And now they are in the outside. Jungle Boy has him, and now he goes for the inverted backbreaker DDT. And he goes for the bed. Austin Theory flips into the counter, and he kicks him into the thorax and throws him into the fences here outside of the crowd. And now Jungle Boy is in a precarious situation. Austin Theory has the complete and total advantage here on the outside. But if any one of these two competitors wants to win, they're going to have to go inside the ring so that their covers could be counted to the 3 counts. But now Austin Theory showing why he's the more brutal competitor. And now they're both in the ring. Jungle Boy is thrown to the corner. Austin Theory has something brewing up here. And for the, but Jungle Boy counters it. Jungle Boy counters it. Now he's going to the third rope. What does Jungle Boy have in mind? He goes for a Swanton Bomb. Jungle Boy with a Swanton Bomb. Now he has to go for the cover. He goes for the cover. Jungle Boy goes for the cover. 1, 2, and it's a kick out by Austin Theory. Austin Theory has just kicked out of the Swanton Bomb. And now it's a leg drop from the springboard by Jungle Boy. And Jungle Boy has something else brewing up here. And he goes for the super kick, but Austin Theory moves out of the way. Austin Theory goes for a driver here. And he goes for the driver. He needs to go for the cover in order to win this match, but he decides to go to the crowd because he's just so self-serving like he is. Austin Theory is. And now he goes for the punch. He punches Jungle Boy onto the ground. Now goes for the flip onto Jungle Boy. Austin Theory has the complete and total advantage. If he goes for a super kick again. Jungle Boy moves out of the way. Jungle Boy moves out of the way now, and he goes for a punch. Now Austin Theory is on the ground. Jungle Boy needs to find a way to finish this match. It looks like we're going towards an end, folks. Here, and he goes for a submission maneuver. Jungle Boy has the submission maneuver locked in. Austin Theory is a very, very, very precarious situation. Here, Austin Theory calling for his mother, calling for his father, and Jungle Boy is out of here, but now he goes for the pin smartly. 1, 2, and Jungle Boy wins. Jungle Boy will go against Darby Allin next week in FIWA Wrestling for the television title here in FIWA Wrestling's YouTube channel. And this was a great match for you guys. This was a great competition. Austin Theory took a lot of it. Austin Theory was who I thought was going to be the victor here. But at the end of it, Jungle Boy Jack Perry knew how to get the advantage, and he knew how to expose the debilities of Austin Theory. Now Jungle Boy Jack Perry is a finalist here and will qualify for a chance to win the television title next week on FIWA Wrestling. Here's Jungle Boy Jack Perry, who surely will have a great future here in FIWA Wrestling, and who knows, maybe a television title is in his future. And now for our biggest main event so far here in episode 3 of FIWA Wrestling. The NWA World's Heavyweight Championship will be on the line, where finalists Drew McIntyre and Nick Aldis will contend for the glory of being champion here in FIWA Wrestling. Again, Drew McIntyre and Nick Aldis in a big match, the biggest match in our history here in FIWA Wrestling. And that's tonight, right now, next in FIWA Wrestling, episode 3. And there we see our first competitor going to the ring with sword in hand. That's the Scottish psychopath, the Scottish warrior, whatever you want to call him, Drew McIntyre. And it looks like he's really ready to contend for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. This guy looks like a star, and the title will just make it that much better.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the
Drew McIntyre defeated Roman Reigns to get to this point, and to defeat someone like the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns is no small feat. So surely NWA World Heavyweight Championship match is an adequate reward for beating a Tribal Chief. And there you go, there you have it. There's Drew McIntyre in the ring awaiting for his opponent.
his opponent from
And there
England,
goes Nick
weighing
Aldis.
in at 274
Nick Aldis is here after beating the cleaner Kenny Omega in his first match to qualify for this match for the World's Heavyweight Championship match. And essentially he used his wrestling technique and wrestling skills, his British strong style, to beat a high flying, a more Japanese strong style Kenny Omega, and maybe he will exemplify those tactics here against Drew McIntyre. But he is surely also a deserving world title contender here, and he will most likely have a great future here in FIWA wrestling. That's what's gonna be. We're gonna be contending here, folks, in this NWA World's Heavyweight Championship match. And now for the presentation of the title, so that we could get this match underway. When the ref points at the bell ringer like that, that means the very first world title match has begun. And now Nick Aldis goes for the winged suplex and won. And he went for the cover, but Drew McIntyre kicked out at 1.35. And here Nick Aldis has the beginning of the advantage. Nick Aldis for the suplex here. And now he's going for the third rope. Nick Aldis going to territory he never really goes for. Now he goes for the elbow to the face of Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre hasn't had one single piece of offense here in this match. And now Nick Aldis with the cover one. And it's a 1 count for Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis with some punches here. Drew McIntyre looking for a power bomb, and goes for the cover. One. And it's a 1 count for Drew McIntyre. Nick Aldis was able to kick out at 1 here. And Drew McIntyre in the 3-year rope and goes for the elbow of his own. And he goes. And now he has some fists to the face of Nick Aldis. Now Nick Aldis turns it around, and now he has fists of his own. Nick Aldis for the DDT, and he performs that DDT perfectly on Drew McIntyre. And Nick Aldis just stands there, now going for the pin. I would go for the pin. Now Drew McIntyre spins him around, and now Nick Aldis is on the floor, and Drew McIntyre is standing up. Drew McIntyre stands Nick Aldis up, goes for the Future Shock DDT, and it's a DDT. Goes for the cover. Drew McIntyre goes for the cover. 1, 2, and it's a kick out by Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis almost lost that match because of that Future Shock DDT. One of the most devastating moves in Drew McIntyre's arsenal. Drew McIntyre goes for the submission. Nick Aldis is in a precarious situation. Now Drew McIntyre is about to win this match, but that's if Nick Aldis doesn't get out of this submission. And he does with a fist to the face of Drew McIntyre. Nick Aldis is now out of that submission. And with the clothesline, he brings Drew McIntyre onto the floor. Nick Aldis onto the third rope here. Nick Aldis into the third rope. And it's an elbow to the face of Drew McIntyre. He goes for the cover. 1, 2. And it's a 2 count by Drew McIntyre. Both competitors have had 2 covers that have went very, very well into the second count here. Now, this is a cloverleaf leg lock by Nick Aldis. This is a signature submission. Will Drew McIntyre tap out? It could be it. This could be it. We could be crowning a new champion here. But Drew McIntyre doesn't allow that to be so. And now Drew McIntyre is going to the corner. He's tuning up his own band, but it's time for the Claymore. And now Nick Aldis doesn't know where he's going, but he moves out of the way. And now that's... Whoa. It's a knees to the face of Drew McIntyre. Wanted to go for the cloverleaf, but Drew McIntyre counters. And now he picks him up by the neck and throws him like a rag doll. Drew McIntyre does. Drew McIntyre pulls him into the center of the ring. He goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, that's just a 1 count. He needs to do more than that. Drew McIntyre needs to do more than that. And now Drew McIntyre with a power bomb, a very, very innovative power bomb here. And he goes again for the Claymore in the corner. He's looking for that Claymore. Nicholas doesn't know where he's going, and now he's hit by the Claymore. He goes for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. It's over. It's over. It's over. We have a new champ. We have a new champ. We have a new champ. The new world heavyweight champion is the Scottish psychopath, the Scottish warrior, Drew McIntyre, here in this great match, this great main event that we have today on episode 3 of FIWA Wrestling. Our new FIWA Wrestling World Champion is officially crowned, and it's Drew McIntyre in this great match. It was a very hard-hitting match. The story of elbows. Both competitors who are not high flyers, naturally, they went to the third rope a couple of times to try to jam their elbows onto the faces of the competitors, and that proved to be very effective for both the competitors. But at the end of the day, the clover leaf wasn't enough to put Drew McIntyre down. It wasn't enough to put his, and there you go. He has the belt in his hands. It wasn't enough to defeat Drew McIntyre. Now we have a new champion, and it looks so good on Drew McIntyre's hand. We have a new champion, new NWA World Heavyweight Champion here in FIWA Wrestling, and his name is the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. This has been a really great episode of FIWA Wrestling, and what a way to culminate it here, but by crowning a new champion for our promotion. Congratulations to Drew McIntyre. We want to thank you all for watching. We would like to also please ask you generously to like this channel, this YouTube video, to subscribe this channel to all your friends and family, to all of those who you think would love the content that we do here, that would love the league that we present here, the wrestling that we present here. We also want to call to your attention that there are new episodes every single Tuesday, and tell your friends and your family that new episodes are shown here on this YouTube channel, the FIWA Wrestling channel, every Tuesday. And if it pleases you, please follow on Twitter Cody Rhodes' Tattoo in order to see opinion, to see some advertising for the channel, things of that sort. And also, if you would like also to follow at Kenny Omega's Broom on Twitter as well for the same reasons. Also, we have next week a big title match just like this week, but this time for the television title. Jungle Boy Jack Perry will go against Darby Allin to determine who is our very first television title holder. Jungle Boy Jack Perry will go against Darby Allin in our main event next week, Tuesday. Then Rey Mysterio will go against Pac in a high-flying matchup here. Rey Mysterio will go against Pac to determine who is the best high flyer here in FIWA Wrestling. Seth Rollins versus Hangman Adam Page will also happen. Seth Rollins versus Hangman Adam Page will be a barn burner here. Two of the greatest wrestlers in the world will go against each other. And this following week that we have for you guys will be a great week for you of great wrestling and of big matches. Please like and subscribe. Like this video. Like the videos prior. Watch those videos as well. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. FIWA Wrestling is the channel here. And remember, new episodes of FIWA Wrestling every Tuesday. New episodes of FIWA Wrestling every Tuesday. Thank you. We hope to see you there. Bye.